Ray-Ben Studios presents Ray's Reality Podcast, or just Ray's Reality. I'm your host, Ray Jones. This is my podcast, and this is my very first one, and I'm coming to you live from Clearwater, Florida. Tampa Bay, however you want to look at it. And this is my very first podcast. It's just an introduction podcast to introduce myself and what I plan on doing and all that good fun stuff, and tell you what I'm going to do podcast on. So I hope you're going to join me for my podcast from here on out. I'm going to try to have one at least once a week, if not 2 or 3 a week. It will depend on how much time I have on my hands. So right now I'm doing all right and on time. Anyways, so my name is Ray Jones. I'm originally from Detroit. Lived in Cleveland, Ohio for a while, Northern Kentucky for a little while, and me and my family, my little family, we shortened it down a little bit, moved to the Tampa Bay area 16 years ago. This is where we call home. We've been spending the last year and a half traveling. We have 6 kids total, and we have 2 of them still at home. So I'm also a grandfather of 12 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild, another one on the way. So yeah, I'm only 25. So look good for my age. I'm, started young. Anyways, I'd like to introduce you to my family. So this is my wife, Carla, my daughter, Sarah, and my son, Ben. That's our happy little family here in Florida. And that's us somewhere in, I don't know, I think we're in La Ramon, if I'm not mistaken, there. So something we enjoy doing is traveling. We've been all over the place. So I may show you some pictures of where we've been, what we've been doing in the past year and a half. And we're getting ready to leave here soon to do some more traveling when we're going out and about and trying to see more of this country. So we've only seen part of the world, but we want to see more of the country. There's a beautiful country that we have, the United States. There's so many things to see all over the place. And it's not just the big things that we like to go see, it's the little things. So the little things such as we want to stop, and we stop and see the world's largest ball of yarn. Hey, you can't miss those things. Who doesn't want to go to Roswell, New Mexico? Tell you what, it was a really cool place. We got to see some really, really neat things there in Roswell. No aliens. Well, technically we saw some. Well, we actually saw quite a few aliens, but they weren't from outer space. They were right here in the United States. But anyways, that's a different podcast altogether. The sites we see, we, like I said, small places. We stopped in Monroe, Louisiana to hey, check out Duck Dynasty. That was cool. Got to make our own duck calls while we were there. We stopped into place, Idabel, Oklahoma. That place is that's a cool little place. It's a very small town in Oklahoma. Really neat place, neat area there. And we got to enjoy it, and we actually spent 2 weeks there, but we spent several months out in Arizona as well, and so myself just want to, like I said, I like traveling. I like to talk. That's why I'm doing podcast. I'm a fisherman. I like to fish, and I do all kinds of different fishing. And since we moved to Florida, saltwater fishing has been a complete game changer for me. Really like the fish here, the saltwater. I've become addicted to shark fishing, which is really cool. Just neat fun. Lots of just what a fight these put up. There's my son with the shark as big as he is. So it's a good time with all that. I'm also I'm a big car guy. I got my own little hot rod that we built. My son helped me out a little bit with that. So we like to cruise around in that. Of course, I broke it, so we got to fix it before we can get out there in that thing some more. Had some fun with that. And, I have such a wonderful wife and kids. 2 years ago, they bought me a Lamborghini for my birthday. Yeah, Lamborghini Hurricane. Isn't that cool? My kids, you can't, what kind of, family does that for their father? Mine didn't. They did get me a trip to the track to have a day at the track with the Lamborghini. I get to drive it around the track, which was really cool. I enjoyed it. It was a really good fun. Had just a blast that day. Hey, your family, when they do things like that for you, it's awesome. So that it was a good time. So we do a lot of stuff together, and me and my wife and our 2 kids that are with us, we just took our first cruise down in the Caribbean, and went to La Romana, Aruba, Amber Cove, there in Dominican Republic, and can't remember. We went 2 places there in Dominican Republic. I can't remember, and I'm getting messed up. I know Curacao, and so Aruba and Curacao. Okay, they're down there near Venezuela. We went there, and then we came back up to La Romana, there in Dominican Republic, and then Amber Cove. Really cool places to go. So I'll get it together. I know where I'm at. I know where things are in the world. I'm just not really good at it. So there's the wife and kids there at the Curacao down there. Oh, it was fun. Real neat places to go. And I tell you what, when we were there in the Dominican Republic, it was the life there that they do and the life they have there are completely different. The Dominican Republic there are lots of donkeys. I've seen lots of donkeys on the side of the road. But the cool part was when you're there, you see a father with his wife and their 3 children with groceries on a moped driving down the street at 40 miles an hour. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Crazy, but it's so neat to see that type of stuff. I never seen so many people you see people walking down the road with the big stuff on their head. So many, I seen a guy had to have, I swear, 300 hats on his head. And there was a woman too. So I don't know what they were doing with all the hats. I guess they were going to sell them somewhere. I have no idea, but it was interesting. Seeing a guy driving down this road on a moped with a stack of wood. I don't know how he was carrying it. It was 2x12s, or 2x6 by 12s. Big old huge stack of them. That's crazy and insane. But that's what the Dominican Republic, that's what we went to go see, what we wanted to see, to check it out and enjoy it. Plus, we got to see the jungle, got to go in the jungle, and we went to, I don't remember the name of the river, but they had natural formations of water slides there. We got to go down 7 water slides. That was really cool. So in our travels, across just in the United States itself, we went to south of the border. That's somewhere I can't remember. I think it's in South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. Been so many places, I don't remember where they're at. So I do remember this place, the Nut House there in Washington, D.C. I'm sorry, the White House. Yeah. We did visit that place there, got to see it, check it out, and ran up to see good old Lady Liberty, the Statue of Liberty. That was really cool. Ellis Island, New York City. We actually stayed there right across. We were in New Jersey, in Manhattan, right across. We were in New Jersey, across from Manhattan. Our skyline was Manhattan. And we could see the Statue of Liberty over here and Manhattan over here. And we were staying in an RV right there, which was really interesting. I didn't know, but I found this RV park right there in Jersey City, New Jersey. Really cool place. Super convenient to everything. We were able to, the subway, the bus, everything was right there within a 2-minute walk from where we were at the park. So that was really awesome. Traveling is really awesome because you can see pictures of this stuff, but visiting it yourself and actually standing at the Niagara Falls and getting soaking wet because you're at the falls. We went down into the falls on a boat. That was really awesome. We were all soaked. It didn't even matter that we had raincoats because they don't really do you any good. You're getting soaked anyways. Stopped in Notre Dame there in Indiana. That was a cool church. The inside of that place is just awesome. And went to go see the Studebaker Museum. That was really cool. Visit, like I said, some of these small towns we like to go to. This is Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Spent the day, got some ice cream there. Visited some shops, got some cool little items that while we were there. Pretty cool areas, these little teeny places that you go. We just, like I said, we've been traveling all over the place, just enjoying ourselves while we were out, all these different places. And of course, anytime you go and you're traveling, one of the big things that you got to do is eat crawfish in Louisiana during crawfish season. It doesn't get any better than that. It is absolutely awesome to be able to do something like that. So, and of course, also while you're traveling, one of the other things that you're going to see if you're on 75 or Route 10 is, you guessed it, Buc-ee's. You have to stop at Buc-ee's. They are huge. We stopped at a Buc-ee, I swear it had about 300 gas pumps. I tell you, you get lost just in the gas pump aisles. You can't, it's insane how big these Buc-ee's are. They're actually getting ready to build a new Buc-ee's right here in Florida on I-75. I believe they said it's going to be the largest Buc-ee's in the world. I think it's going to be about 86,000 square feet. That is like a mall. That is not a gas station. That's a mall. They're also going to build another one in Tampa, Florida, right on the water at Channelside. I believe that one's only going to have 12 pumps, and I think they said 9 places for boats. So I couldn't imagine that one being it's going to be a small Buc-ee's, but right there at Channelside, that'll be a good place to go. When the cruise ships come in from all over the place to Tampa, hey, they'll get to go to Buc-ee's. That's pretty cool. So we went to Mexico. We went to Naco, Mexico. Naco, Mexico is a little place there in Mexico. It's not a tourist town, and that's why we went there. We don't like to hit the tourist towns because tourist towns, when you go to tourist towns, basically, when you go to, not against it, I apologize, but when you go to Clearwater, Florida, you're on the beach, you're at Clearwater Beach, you're hanging out. The stuff that you see on Clearwater Beach is the same stuff you're going to see in every place else that's Americanized. So when you go to the tourist areas in Mexico or anywhere you go, it's the same stuff. Aruba, Curacao, La Romana, Aruba, all the places we went, it's the same stuff, just with their name on it. But when you go to places like Naco, Mexico, and you're there and you're in Mexico, they're not a tourist town. That's when you find some really neat stuff, clothing and stuff, and you get real Mexico stuff. So it's really cool. So it's a good time, just all over. Enjoying Arizona. We spent, like I said, about 3 months in Arizona, horseback riding and hiking and just enjoying everything. I think we're probably the only people in the world that does not live in Tombstone. And we spent probably 8 days in Tombstone looking through the caves, the city. We were all over that place, learning the history, really awesome history in Tombstone. Highly recommend going there. We stayed in Benson, Arizona. Benson, Arizona is a cool little place because it's a small town, but there's so many things to do within a day's drive, within, an hour's drive of Benson. It's like perfectly located in that area to hit all the places you want to go. There's a really awesome donkey rescue in the area. You can go and hang out there for the day. It's not too far from the horseback riding. Then there's a ghost town, and then there's the other place over, I'm going to forget the name of it, where they filmed Tombstone, the movie. And of course you have Tombstone. There's all the different parks, national parks and stuff like that. And of course you're 30-minute drive to Tucson. So that's always good. We took a trip and went to go see the Ark in Kentucky there. That's located in Williamstown, Kentucky. Went to the Creation Museum, which is in Boone County, Kentucky, northern Kentucky. really awesome. That was a really cool place. When you're doing stuff out running around, just like I said, stopping everywhere. And you have to hit the theme parks and such. Universal Studios, we had a blast there. Got my son finally got a Duff hat, and got to have some Duff orange drink, and all that stuff. And of course, doing the Harry Potter stuff. That's a really awesome place there. So yeah, one of the little girls that I need to introduce real quick too is our cute little puppy. That's Julie, our cute little puppy. She goes on some of her travels with us. She doesn't like to travel. Well, she actually loves to travel. She just don't like when we get there and leave her home by herself. That's what she doesn't like. So she'd rather be with us the whole time. So, enjoying it with us and having fun with us. So we take her out and do as much as we can. She's our service dog. Yeah. That's probably something I'll be talking about too. A podcast about service dogs. Man. Yeah. We have to talk about that. It's getting out of hand. It's getting way out of hand, people. Anyways. So once again, that's showed you some pictures, told you a little bit about myself. Now a little bit about what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing podcast. I call it Raise Reality. It's my reality, and maybe you need a reality check, and that's what I'm here to give you a reality check. And maybe you can go with it's a little R&R, Raise Reality or Rest and Relaxation. I don't know, but hopefully you'll get something out of it. If I can help you sleep, then I will. So we'll just kind of, hopefully I won't hear that on my side, but it's all good. So we're hoping to have some fun. I have some fun shows and that I'm going to be doing. My son Ben is going to be coming on, and we're going to be doing some shows together. I got videos and things we're going to throw in here. We have some YouTube channels. These will be linked to the YouTube channel, all my podcasts. These will be on Raise Reality YouTube channel. I also have an RV Sirius is the name of the YouTube channel. Truly, our little dog has her own YouTube channel. So we have Crazy for Cars. We have Fishing for Fun is another one that we do. So going to kind of combine everything together, I think. But we're going to talk about all the kinds of different things on this particular podcast, on this particular show. And some of the things I'm going to be talking about is going to be, we're going to talk about everything. I'm not going to stick with just like politics with a lot of people. I'm not going to stick with just, certain subjects. I'm going to be talking about everything and anything. And we're going to do some fun stuff. And it's family friendly. There's not going to be any cussing, swearing, all that type of stuff. I can't say the comments. I'm sure lots of the comments, people just can't hold themselves back. Their ability to be able to speak correctly without cussing is kind of hard for some people. So if you find that entertaining, you might want to go somewhere else because you're not going to get that here. This is kid friendly. I want to be able to talk about anything and everything. And half of what we do is going to be for kids and adults. So, it's going to be for kids to understand and enjoy. So we're going to be doing some podcasts on, my son's going to join me. He's 13 years old, and we're going to be talking about Fortnite. So he's going to explain to us adults about what is the big deal about Fortnite. And what's the big deal about kids watching other people play video games online? What's up with that? I mean, seriously. So we're going to get it from a kid's mind. We're going to talk to him and find out. We're going to dig in that little brain a little bit and see what he says about these things. Me and him's also, we got a podcast we're going to do about a group of guys that we watch. We follow and we watch all their new videos. They just had a new video come out today that we'll be watching this evening. Jay Stu. They got J Stu Studios. They got merch and stuff, and we got some of the shirts, but we're going to have a J Stu podcast. We're going to talk about them, what they do. There are guys out there, they're in Colorado. They do all kinds of fun stuff. They build cool forts. And they just do some really wacky, cool stuff. And they've been around doing it for a long time. And that's a podcast we're going to talk about. If you've not seen them, I highly recommend looking them up, J Stu on YouTube. They also got the J Stu podcast as well. They talk about different things as well. So something, we want to do a show about them and what they do, give you guys a little bit of an idea. The reason we want to do that is because I've had parents talk to me when my son was in school. They'd say, hey, what is up with I don't trust this J-Stu. Who are these guys? What are they doing? What are they teaching my kids? What's going on? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some of these YouTube channels that are out there and what they're promoting and what they're doing. We're going to talk about, like J-Stu, that's a good, wholesome, family-oriented, anybody can watch it, channel. It cracks me up. So my son, we sit and crack up, and we got to stop the video sometimes because we're sitting there laughing so hard. So it's a good time. So I'm also going to be doing shows. We're going to be touching base on religion. We're going to be touching base on cars, fuel. We're going to talk about, I got my book. I got my trusty little book here of about 100 podcasts that I have planned to do. So it's something I'm going to be doing quite a bit of. So, and you get to talk or hear me, and if you're on my show, you'll be able to talk. So I do and will appreciate any input. I know I'm not perfect. I'm not claiming to be perfect. I'm not, the best. And, I'm just here to have fun and enjoy. I'm a talker. I could discuss a piece of paper for 2 hours. I really could. I've been ridiculed because I'm a talker. Some people just want to sit in silence. I'm not that guy. I will sit here all night long and talk to myself. That's how I am. And that's why I'm doing this podcast, because I enjoy talking. I believe that this is what I'm supposed to do. So that's why I'm doing it. So you're not going to like everything I have to talk about. But hey, if you do, that's awesome. And if you want me to hear about something, then, by all means, please say, hey, Ray, I want to hear about this. Or can you talk about that? I'd like to hear a podcast, on whatever subject you want to talk about. So some of the things I'm going to be talking about, like I said, I'll be touching base on religion, fashion and styles, creation versus evolution, on horsepower, sharks and alligators. We're going to talk about different animals and RVing, gasoline and the effects it has on your car, oil and the effects that it has on your car, love and relationships. Yeah, I'm Dr. Love. Not really. But anyways, we're going to be talking about just, like I said, I have several different things. We're going to be talking dogs and cats. We're going to talk about it all. So we're going to be talking about schools and school shootings and school shooting scenarios. We're going to be talking about homeschooling. Yes, homeschooling. We homeschool our son, and we started homeschooling our son 2 years ago because the schools anymore are nightmares. A lot of people think that you can't homeschool. Yes, you can, and by all means, please do it. It's these schools nowadays are putting so much garbage into your kids. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But we're going to talk about homeschooling. 3 years ago, I was not a believer in homeschooling. I was not. And my wife was talking to me about it, and I couldn't get it into my head, about homeschooling. And then once she started talking to me, and we went to a homeschooling convention, after hearing Ben Carson speak about homeschooling, and several other people, as well as Kirk Cameron. I can't even remember everybody's names, that the people I've talked to, that were all talking about homeschooling and all for it, and made me a believer and understanding how it works. That was the biggest thing, is how does it work? It works so much better than schooling. None against teachers. Good teachers. None against good teachers. There's a lot of bad ones out there, and when these teachers that are teaching the garbage instead of teaching wholesome, I don't need teachers to teach my kids about the birds and the bees, okay? I need you to teach them the right, correct, true things that are supposed to be taught. And I don't, there's just all the stuff that they put in books anymore, and the way they're changing, even math books. Like I said, there's so much garbage out there. I don't need it. We don't need it. And it's stupid. And, I know there's lots of people are going to be disagreeing with me because they're like, oh, whatever. I don't care. So disagree with me. We're going to be talking about self-defense. And you name it, I'm probably going to be talking about it. I got so many different shows that I plan on doing, and so many different things I'm discussing, want to discuss about podcasts and doing podcasts. So I have things to back me up. Facts. Was that a fact? Oh, I hate when people say that. It's so stupid. I have two people I know, and they're the most ignorant. I'm sorry. I apologize. They're ignorant. I wouldn't trust these people for anything. And these two people. Is that a fact? Is that a fact? Can you prove it? Prove it. Google it. If you don't trust me, Google it. Ask Siri. Whatever. Google it. And I can't say. And even if you Google it, or you ask Siri, or if you do the other one, the A word, I can't say it right now. Exa. And they with that, they're not even 100%. It's whatever somebody put into it, and the people that are behind that writing stuff, they don't have the correct information, and they're actually putting out the wrong information. I have seen that. I've seen it firsthand. It's crazy. So, like I said, facts. I'm going to have facts, but here's the thing. Facts are facts. And some facts I don't agree with because it's a theory. And the theory is something that somebody thought of. And if enough people agree with that, then it becomes a fact. When it's not a fact. It is not a fact at all. Theory is still a thought, and it's still a theory. It's not a fact. And I don't care if 10 million people agreed with it, then it's still not a fact. It's still a theory. So that is one of the things I'm going to be talking about, especially when it comes to creation versus evolution. I'm not going to preach to you. I'm a talker. I'm a speaker. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to discuss everything. I'm going to discuss it on a different basis. And so you know where I'm coming from and who I am. I don't believe in organized religion or religion. And people are like, huh? People do not understand religion. They don't understand religion at all. They focus on religion. I do not do that. I focus on God and the Word of God and the Bible. And there's 7,500 different types of religions in this world. And with that being said, we're going to talk about that. And I don't follow a religion. I follow God and the Word of God. So huge difference. And I know there's lots of people will disagree with that and don't understand it because they're so focused on religion. Religion makes you blind. And a lot of people don't want to get away from the religion because it suits their needs. So it helps them do what they want to do. So those are things that we're going to talk about. That's one of the podcasts coming up that you'll be able to hear. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to preach to you. I'm not going to be doing those things. I'm going to be looking at things, both sides of stories, both sides of things. So that's what we're going to do. Lots of things coming up. I have lots of plans. I hope you join me. I want to hear your input. And also, I just want to let you know that this is me. It's just me. I do everything myself. I don't have anybody helping me. I am right now in my studio. This studio is a mobile studio. It's not soundproof. You can hear the AC kicking on and off. It's hot here in Florida. It's 90 degrees today, and we're still in April. So, but yeah, so you're going to hear the AC. You might hear the dog. You might hear the dog bark. You'll hear sirens. There's stuff going on outside. So that's I'm in my mobile studio, and we'll be traveling right here. We're taking the show on the road. So my podcast will always be done. And we're going to be doing them from the road as we're traveling. Right now, we're in the Tampa Bay area, getting ready to move here this week. And then we're going to be traveling here next month. So in about a month anyways. So we have lots, coming up, lots we're going to do, lots we're going to talk about. So I hope you join me in my podcasts. I will tell you that I'll have prayer sometimes. I think I probably need to pray every single one. I'm a guy that prays. So I'm not going to shove anything down your throat. I'm not here for that. I can't save you, so I'm not here to save you. I am here to talk to you about being saved sometimes, but that's not going to be every show. So please understand that. I'm not here to do focus on that every day. In my life, I focus on God every day. We pray on a daily basis. We pray to God for every meal that we make and have. So we have that. So I am from a Christian background or religious background. I'm no longer religious. I do not belong to a faith. So I follow John MacArthur. I go to a John MacArthur type church. They follow, they're a verse by verse teaching church right from the Bible and the Word of God. So those are all things that where I'm at, where I stand. I'll be talking about different things about that as well. And like I said, I have some guests that I'm hoping to have on. Gentleman Mike, when I do my talk about oil and the effects it has on your car. Mike with AMSOIL, he works for AMSOIL. He sells AMSOIL. He's going to hopefully come on with me, and we're going to have a podcast about oil and the effects it has on your car. We're going to talk about oils you can use. We're not going to put anybody down, but there's certain oils you should be using in your car, so we're going to talk about that, as well as gasoline, the effects it has on your car, and what to use, what not to use. I'll have people that disagree. No matter what I do and what I say, there's always going to be somebody out there that disagrees with me, always. So, I'm sorry. It is what it is, but it's things people don't want to hear. People don't want to know the truth. So I'm going to put the truth out there. I'm going to tell you exactly what I feel, how I feel. I'm going to have facts. I'm going to have thoughts or theories, all that stuff. So we're going to hopefully have a good time with this. So like I said, I'll have my son Ben on doing some shows. We're going to be doing everything from our mobile studio right now. And like I said, if you can deal with it, with that, we have technical difficulties. This is the third video I've made of this because I've had technical difficulties. So I might just cut out at any time and I'll have to pause it or whatever. So I'll try to link that together if that happens. But hey, I'm not a professional and I don't play one on TV. I don't claim to be a professional and I never will because it's one of those things. So speaking of that, just want you to know that there's the things I talk about, things I say, the things I've done so many things in my life, but I like to learn. I'm not talking to, hey, look at me and look what I did. That's not what I'm saying them for. That's not what I'm here to do. So I have lots of experiences. I've done lots of things. I've had lots of jobs. Like I said, it's, I enjoy to learn. I enjoy to learn new things. I enjoy knowing things. I want to learn about more stuff. I just started taking archery a few months ago. When you're doing archery, it's a good time. I enjoy it. I'm not bad. But I know that no matter what I do, there's so many more people that's better than me. That's one of my stuff, my things from a couple weeks ago. I have a good time with it. And like I said, so many people think I'm the best. There's nobody better than me. I promise you, there's always somebody better than you out there. You just haven't met them or seen them. I remember a guy, I got the fastest car. Oh, no, you don't. You have the fastest car today at the track. Next week, you're not going to have the fastest car because somebody's going to pull up with the faster car. There's so many cars sitting in garages out there that are faster than the cars that you think you have that, of course, that's going to be another show I'm going to talk about because, people and their horsepower. I got the big, I got a million horsepower. Yeah, whatever. So, stupid. It's irrelevant. And we're going to talk about that. And we're going to upset a lot of people out there when we talk about horsepower and how irrelevant it is. So I'm going to describe and I'm going to talk about the horsepower and the effects it has. I'm going to talk about building engines and what you're supposed to do on building an engine, how to do it the correct way, because people don't listen. So I see so many people build cars and build an engine, and the components are all wrong. So anyways, things we're going to talk about, things we're going to touch base about. We're, hopefully, I want to make sure that I'm going to communicate with you guys as much as I possibly can and talk about something that you want to hear about, talk about things you want to hear about. Like I said, right now I got about 100 things written down about, to do for a show. So I'm going to start. This is my first one. Like I said, it's me, Ray Jones, and it's my Ray's Reality podcast. And I'm going to continue doing them. And I hope we can sit down together. You can enjoy them, you can watch them, you can listen to them. I'll be out there. I'm going to start putting them out everywhere. So working on a website right now as well to put everything together so you can go through the website as well to get information on that. I also want to put out there too is I do special needs. I help out special needs kids. I do things for special needs children and adults. We have a daughter, she's special needs, autistic, and so I volunteer at baseball, do different things with that. I'm not asking you to say, I'm not asking for praise. I'm just saying this is what I do. I do these things. So I do a lot with special needs. I do help out as much as I possibly can, and I'm going to be talking about organization and donations and things of that sort. So when I talk about that stuff, it's important that people know what's going on with their donations. Where are they going? What happens with your donation? I'm going to talk about that, and I can tell you, I can promise you, when I do that podcast, so many people are going to be upset with me, especially the people who have these organizations. Because people don't know the truth. What happens to the money that you donate? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about so many things. Like I said, I can sit there and tell you I'll start putting stuff out there, and hopefully you'll listen. Hopefully you'll be out there and you'll say, hey man, I connect with you, or you might not connect with me. I don't know, but hey. Hopefully I can teach you something. Hopefully you'll understand more. And sometimes it's good to have more than one point of view looking at things. My point of view is completely different. Like I said, my brain is going a million miles a minute. I got thoughts going in and out constantly. My brain moves my mouth moves a little bit quicker than my brain does. So sometimes that gets me in trouble because the words that come out of my mouth are not what I really want them to come out, but it happens. So I don't have a 3-second delay on that, which I do need to put a 3-second delay on my brain to my mouth. It would work much better that way. So, hey, but we're going to have fun. Like I said, some of the podcasts I'm going to reflect on it again are for kids. We have some fun stuff that we're going to be doing, and it's not going to be geared towards just kids, but it's going to be geared towards everybody. So these are things, like I said, when we're talking about them, we want everybody to be understanding and know it and understand it all. So, and there's going to be times I might pray on here. And if you need prayer, feel free to, tell me, hey, Ray, I need a prayer. So I'll be happy to tell people, and I'll be able to as well pray for you. So yeah, and hopefully I will stop saying so much, because that's very annoying to say and we're gonna have some fun, and hopefully we'll hear this at the end of all of my podcasts. Actually, I won't hear none of that, so you can sit in your house and yay, cheer me on. That's good. So give me the clap on that was horrible. Anyways, give me a thumbs up, whatever. So we'll be able to have fun. And with the kids, when we do things with the kids, of course, I might even use my real voice, because right now this is not my real voice. This is my
real voice. This is it. So there you have it. That's my real voice right now, so that the kids can know that this is how I really sound. So yeah, that's a pretty cool voice, don't you think? Yeah. Yeah. So, it gets me through life. So that's how I gotta disguise my voice, so I can hear, myself right. So I disguise it like this.
So now, here we go. So yeah, so I got my voice there. But we're going to have fun. So that's what it's about, having some fun, enjoying it, having some fun with podcasts. And we're going to have some weird interviews and some cool interviews, hopefully. I got some interviews that we're working on right now. We got 2 interviews that we're really, really hoping that you're going to like and enjoy. So I think it'll be fun. On some of the interviews, they might be not as long. Not all shows. As far as shows go, I can't tell you how long they're going to be. We're looking at 40, 45 minutes just on this introduction. So to get you to get to know me a little bit better on what I'm going to do and that such thing. But some shows might be longer than others. I'm going to say 20 minutes to 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I could talk about a piece of paper for 2 hours, really could. I mean, this paper towel, I could probably, that right there, that's a paper towel. I could probably find two hours worth of material just on that stupid paper towel. So, because that's how my brain works. It's just like blah, 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 crazy. So anyways, I hope you continue to join me. I hope you like this, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from, and I hope to see you in the comments and all that type of stuff. So I appreciate you watching. Many more shows to go, and we're going to have fun with it, and I hope you like them. I hope you don't disagree with all of them, and I hope you understand that I'm doing all this myself. So I look down, I got my laptop, I got my everything going on. I got a lot of stuff going down here that you don't see. So my mixer, all that type stuff, the stuff I got to go in and cut out and all that stuff. And I'm doing it all right now. So it's not editing later. Can't say I'm going to be doing all that. So I'm going to do most of it right here, kind of like live on the spot. And so we're going to have technical difficulties. Sometimes you might see it cut out and not keep going, but we'll hopefully have everything good. I'm on my 4th camera to start out. Ended up I'm using my cell phone, my HTC cell phone for my camera, because that has been so far the best one to work out with this. So yeah, I'm an HTC fan, by the way, so just so you know. It's one of my favorite cameras, or phones, cell phones, whatever you want to call them. So anyways, I'm Ray Jones, and I hope you enjoy my show, and I hope you enjoy Ray's Reality, and I hope you are going to stay tuned and listen to my shows, and I will see you very soon. God bless you, and may God be with you and keep you safe and worry-free. And we'll talk to you soon, and I'll be saying a prayer for you. Have a great day.